All right, good evening, everybody. I wanted to make this video. This is Sunday night. Um, headed into my fast for the week, I guess starting tonight, but Monday being my first full day of fasting. Calling these Metabolic Mondays because I'm working on metabolic flexibility, that my body is in tune and is capable of making shifts whenever necessary, uh, forcing the body to run off of or to go from glucose to fat for fuel is a process it goes through. And there's things that I can do to hasten that. In other words, you can get into or your workouts early on really, especially the kind of workout that you do, can deplete your body of any leftover glucose from what you've been eating over the what I've eaten over the weekend. So the faster you can get rid of it, and people who really are serious about this will sometimes take 1 and 2 hours of some pretty serious. Of course, they got to be in some good shape too. But they'll either do very, very long walks of an hour or two, or they'll do some type of Tabata, which is like a on and off, intensity and then rest, intensity and then rest, and they'll just get rid of all of their glucose. So you get into the autophagy faster, you get into the body switching over for using fat for fuel faster. You get into the benefits of the fast quicker when you do that. Now, I'm not doing all that, but I am going to work out at 12:15 tomorrow, really hit it as hard as I can, again, for the purpose of getting rid of all the glucose in my body, or at least the usable glucose. You can't get rid of all of it because the liver will produce a certain amount. Certain parts of your body have to have glucose to function on. So certain parts of, I don't know all those things. But anyway, um, so we'll start the fast tomorrow. I will go at least a full day. So, or not just a full day, but a full through the night. So, um, Sunday night tonight through Monday night, and I'm just going to go as long as I can. Want to push it out as far as I can. So we'll see how that goes. But I got some other goals that I wanted to share on this video just because of the accountability factor. I'm really thinking through things that I'm wanting to get sharper on. And so tomorrow's goals, I actually got my goals down to hourly goals. So I've got goals of getting up in the morning. I'm wanting to get up at 5:30 tomorrow and actually getting up at 5:30. I want to do 10 minutes of bouncing on a mini trampoline. Mini trampoline bouncing is the very best thing you can do for your lymphatic system. A lot of people don't even know about the lymphatic system, but there's lymph nodes all the way from head to toe. There's lymph fluid, and it's a lot like the vascular system with the heart, but there's lymph fluid, there's channels through the body, there's lymph nodes. The whole lymph system is to rid the body of junk that needs to get out. And so the one problem with the lymph system, though, is that there's no pump. Like the vascular system has a pump. Our heart pumps the blood everywhere it needs to go. The lymph system doesn't have a pump, and so that's why exercise is so critical. Exercise begins a suction type of a movement of that lymph fluid that'll get the lymph fluid moving, which means you're getting the junk out of the body. It dumps it into the urine, into the feces, and out of the body, perspiration, other ways, the ways that the body gets rid of toxins. But it's really important that the lymph system gets moving, and so exercise does that. But certain exercises do it better than others. Jumping on a mini trampoline, which is the easiest thing in the world to do, anybody can do it, but it's the G's, when you're jumping down, the little bit of a G force that you get on your body is the very best thing for your lymphatic system to get those doorways open up and the suction because of the G-force, gets that lymph fluid moving really good. So 10 minutes a day is awesome for your lymph system. I'm going to couple with that. I've got this app called the Thinker app, and it's an app that has books on it that have been cliff noted and put into listenable condensed version. Like you want to say, I want to know about this book, so I'll find it. I turn it on, and it gives me a 10-point basically note system on a book. So I get a really good book that's condensed down, and I kind of get the skinny on a book. So I want to do that. It's 10 minutes long, so I'll do that while I'm bouncing tomorrow. I want to get into the Bible, any part of the Bible, reading, about a chapter meditatively, spend some time in prayer. I don't have a lot of time for that like I used to do. Something's better than nothing. So I want to pray over the day, pray over the family. Let's see what else I got before school. I want to get out of the house 7:35, and I want to be in my spot at school at least 10 till 8. And I've got a book that I'm reading called Mindset that I'm really loving. I want to get through that book. If you'll read a book, even 15 minutes a day, you can get through some books pretty quick. And so I've been trying to make it a consistent habit that I spend a good 10, 15 minutes at that point of the day to read in that book because I want to get that thing done. And so that's one of my goals. And then as soon as school starts at 8:10, I've got geography first. And my two goals are, what can I learn about geography that I don't know? I'm literally reading this stuff as if I'm a student. I'm also facilitating and teaching it, but I don't know this stuff. So I have to learn it as I go. So I spend time reading, questioning myself, trying to rehearse some of these things, praying over some of the things that I'm learning, because some of the stuff I'm learning is about like how life changed from the pre-industrial world into the industrial world and so forth and so on. Geography has to do with how we take the resources that are on this planet and turn them into usable resources, and then business and industry and so forth and so on. It makes the point, though, that's awesome, which is the greatest resource on planet Earth are humans. And see, so me taking that seriously, being proactive about this life and all that can be done in relationship with God and walking out the creation mandate, see, all of these things I'm learning is really kind of coalescing into my message, my voice. It's something that's really become very meaningful to me. So I spend my time really learning geography. I also spend my time building relationships with these kids, because I'm not teaching them geography. I'm teaching kids. I'm teaching the next generation. I'm shaping lives. And so that's a big part of things. So those are my school goals. And then I just switch from there. I go into American history. I'm doing the very same thing in American history. History just repeats itself, and history is philosophy in I'm blowing the quote now. There's a Thomas Jefferson quote about history. History is philosophy in, I've blown it. Anyway, history is an example of just how life works. In philosophy, how humans interact, what people have done about it in the past, what you can learn from it. That's what you're trying to get from history. That's one of the things I love about it. So I'm also, anyway, I'm just going through the day like that, making sure I'm focusing on where I am, that I'm there, that I'm present. So I'm present in geography to those kids and to this subject. I'm present to those kids and to this subject of American history. And as I go through my day, I'm present. I'm doing things on purpose, proactively. I'm being a responsible steward of this temple that God's given me. I'm doing what He's asked me to do in this season of my life. I'm growing. That's my new identity, is of a learner and a grower. I'm looking for the areas that I don't know. So in other words, I'm humbly going through the day and even learning from the kids that are teaching me things. If I bring that humility to the forefront in how I'm engaging other people, everybody becomes your teacher, and everybody has something to share with you to try to help you understand how you're coming across to them. So I'm a learner, I'm a grower, I'm in a relationship with an infinite God who wants me to be like Him. How in the world could I not learn and grow and grow and grow? So tomorrow's an exciting day, a fast day, focusing in, uh, changing the world one person at a time, and that's me. So that's what I've got control over, is surrendering myself to God's process in my life. So I'll check back with you guys tomorrow night, see how the day went. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.